Hey guys, it's Brooke from You Make My Heart Sing Designs. I'm here with you today. I'm going to show you a really simple Christmas snowman wreath. I found this snowman at a local home store and I just kind of had to have him because I'm thinking he's kind of cute. So I have an evergreen wreath, which I actually made. It is on a grapevine base. This is a 12-inch grapevine base, and I have these greenery picks or stems that I just put into the wreath. I did it first just to kind of save some time, and all you do is just place your stem going the same direction. Let me see how it's going. Going the same direction because you want it, you want it all the same way. You don't want it going here and here and here. So I already put those in. And let's see, I'm going to see how I want the wreath first, how I want it to be placed. I think that that's exactly how I want it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is place the snowman into the wreath, and then we can kind of decide what I want to do with it and what we're going to do with it and how we're going to decorate it. What I did already, again to save some time, I stapled pipe cleaners to the back of it, and then I put hot glue on it just to keep it secure so it doesn't come off. And then what I do is I take the pipe cleaner and I run it through. I don't put it around the whole grapevine or your whole wreath. You want to actually put it inside so it stays. Oh, and I have my daughter here with me tonight. My Miss Emma Burke. She is on her computer doing her homework. So go ahead and get this in there.
Maybe one day if I look more appealing, I'll be in the video.
You always look appealing. I think that you're always beautiful.
I don't know if anyone's ever seen Santa socks with piggy slippers, so.
She has Santa socks with piggy slippers on tonight. Well, maybe I should have attached this before I came on too, to save some time. And if you heard that, that is my daughter's cats banging on the door because they miss their mom. She's not outside there with them. Well, goodness. Okay, so I got the first one. And all you do is just tie it around the pipe cleaner. Oh goodness, I think I made that too tight because now it's kind of... Well, now I have my hair stuck. Okay, so now I'm going to attach the bottom of the snowman, putting it through the wreath. Okay, this is a great little wreath for your front door or to put inside your house. It's not a really big one, not elaborate. I kind of think it's kind of farmhousey in a way. Now the evergreens that I picked to put in this wreath already has a couple different different greeneries in it, but I'm going to add more to it. So let's get it up here on the door. And when I design wreaths, I kind of always put things kind of catty-cornered. I don't like everything straight up and down. So I'm going to kind of put him kind of catty-cornered. And then again, making all of your evergreens go the same way. I'm really thinking that that top is too tight. So hold on one second. I'm gonna loosen this up a little bit. I'm not liking how this looks. Let's see if that loosened it up a little bit. Yeah, I like that a little bit better. Okay, and you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to take off his little hanger. I don't want that on there. There we go. And you know what? I might even go back later and do something different with his hat and with his bow. I might stick something a little bit different in there. Not sure, maybe add a little bit more to the bow. I'll kind of think about that later. So anyway, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take some greenery, different greenery. I did a video last week and I told you how much I love long needled pine. And so I'm going to cut this off of a stem and stick that in there. Let's see. And when you do this, it gets messy. You have these things everywhere. Have wreath all over me. So what's your homework you're working on tonight?
Well, I did my computer test, and now I'm just reading my sociology book and answering some questions.
Gotcha.
It's about marriage.
About marriage. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's really not that interesting.
So what I do is I take my pine and I turn it upside down and I kind of pinch it together, and I have my hot glue pot here. Let me see if I can. I have my hot glue pot here, and I just stick it in the hot glue. And I just start going through the wreath and adding just here and there just to give it some more texture. Because I always like to have different kinds of greens. I just think it gives it more dimension and, like I said, more texture. So again, just kind of putting that upside down, folding your needles under and putting it into the wreath. Emma, oh, never mind, you're doing homework. Sorry.
What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna see if you wanted to cut some of these up for me.
I can cut some.
No, that's okay. I forgot you're doing homework.
I waited too long.
Is this due tonight?
Yep. Let's do it 10.
Okay, we have 2 more of these. One up here. And let's see, I'll put one at the top. I wish I would have brought my coffee with me.
Mine's cold now, but
Oh.
it's still good.
Okay, sorry, now I keep getting in front of you. Okay, so the next thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add these. I love how it's snowy. I think it goes perfect with the snowman. So I'm gonna cut these up, put these in. the longer ones. Oh, and this one also has pine cones. I love to add pine cones into my wreaths. So I'll probably take those out. I usually do the pine cones at the end just to see where you need more things. Oh, it's a tough one. There we go. This one actually has 2 on it. Yep, there we go. So you just kind of tear them apart. So I have a couple cut. I'm gonna go ahead and start adding these. And then after this, I think we're gonna go ahead and make a bow. Or 2. I haven't decided yet. When adding your ingredients into a grapevine wreath, or even an evergreen wreath, which these are both, I always try to go into the wreath so it catches. You don't want to go straight through, because if you go straight through, then your stems stick out the back, and that's not good. It can scratch your door or your wall. And now sometimes it happens, actually a lot of times it happens, and then I go back and I clean up the back. I cut the stems if they're coming through the wreath. I cut them, and then I put a little hot glue on it, and then I put moss on it to hide it and to protect their door or their wall. So before I send a wreath out or before I deliver a wreath, I always make sure that the back looks nice. You don't want to have the back not looking pretty. And 2, some people put wreaths on their screen doors, their glass doors, and if they keep their front door open, you can see the back of the wreath, and you want it to be, you don't want it to look ugly. I'm placing these in the same direction. Like I said, you always want to go the same direction. So I'm placing them in the same direction. Okay. Oh, this one's 2 as well. Didn't realize that. Let's see. Go ahead and go up here. There we go. Have a couple more. Actually, I might end up using quite a bit of this evergreen stem. The paper came off of that, and now I can't get it off my fingers. Okay, I'm gonna do one up here. And what I also like to do is to think about the inside of the wreath. You don't want to have all of this on the outside but not put any on the inside. So I have a little piece right here. I might go ahead and put down in here. We'll see how that works. Sorry guys. And then you can kind of fluff out the greenery I already had in there. See, that just kind of gives it a little bit, like I said, I'm all about dimension and texture. You don't want everything to be flat or just on the outside. You want to have it incorporated throughout the whole wreath. So I am going to go ahead and cut up a little bit more of this. I was thinking that was going to be enough, but I think I want some more. The last time I went to the store to buy this, they were already out. So I'm hoping they have more, because I think that this is absolutely gorgeous. I got this one, I believe, at Hobby Lobby. But because they didn't have it anymore, then I doubted myself and thought I got it someplace else. So there we go. So let's have 2. I just break them apart. when you're making a wreath, you definitely want to do it on a budget. Of course, so it's cheaper for you to make, and you can make a little bit, you know, more money, or it's also cheaper for your customer. So if you have a big stem, then you can cut it up and put it throughout your wreath versus just getting, you know, I wish I had an example. You can buy some that just have like 3 of these on it, and it just costs more. So it's better to buy a big bush of things. I know it doesn't seem very big, but it actually is. And then you cut it up so you spend less money and you're filling up your entire wreath. So that helps with your cost, but also your customer's cost too. Because, you know, making these are not always cheap. So you try to do the best you can as far as your budget and all that. So another little tip there. Buy stems, don't buy just individual, or bushes, I'm sorry. Don't buy just individual stems. So, okay, I'm gonna come in front of you all again. I apologize. Just to kind of see. I think I need some more up here. I need more up there. There's a good long piece to put up there. And too, if you're just making this, making something for your own front door, you don't want it to be outrageous. Kind of incorporate that a little bit. You don't want it to be outrageous. You want it to also be budget friendly for yourself. Or even if you're giving it as a gift, my whole family, I'm sure that they always know what they're going to be getting for all of their birthdays and Christmas. They're getting a wreath. So okay, I'm liking that. Yeah, I'll probably just go ahead and use up the whole greenery bush. Just stick it. You know what? I'm not going to put that there. I'm going to be putting a bow there. So I'm not, the long greenery will be enough for there, I think. And if I feel like that we need more, I can always go back after putting the bow. And again, just placing inside the wreath, going at an angle, going sideways, but also catching it, not going straight through. I want some of this behind his hat. You know, we're keeping this one simple. Not a whole lot of ingredients, just really berries and greenery. There we go. We might go ahead, I might stop on that. I only have 2 more left, but I can, no, actually I have 3 more left. I can always go back and add more if I think that we need it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do the bow. I'm trying to think if I want this burlap bow or ribbon, and then also the striped ribbon. Yeah, I do think I like that. So I do my 2-3 ribbon bows maybe a little bit different than some of the other wreath makers that I watch. I kind of just came up with my own that makes it easier for me. I have a hard time holding and grasping onto the ribbon while I'm making it. So I like to work with just one ribbon at a time. And then I tie it off, and then I make it the other ribbon and I attach them. So that's how I do mine. I think tonight for this one, I'm gonna keep it pretty simple and kind of keep it small. So what I do is I take my ribbon, I fold it in half, and I pinch it in the middle. I do not measure, but I'm thinking about 5 inches there, maybe about 5 inches. And then I do it on the other side. I just take it, loop the ribbon, put it underneath your pinch it again, and I eyeball. I wish I would have brought up my cutting mat and I would have shown you a little bit better as far as the inches. So now what you do when you're at this point, you want to take your ribbon and you want to fold it, because when you fold it, it gives you the pretty edge or the pretty side. Even though this is two-sided, it's the same, you still want to do that. It just kind of gives it volume. And you have both sides exactly the same. Then I take my fingers and I just kind of eyeball it and I make them the same. That's how I do that. And I just make it the same. Then you twist it again for the pretty side, even though this is two-sided or the same side. And I just do the same thing. Just eyeball it. See, this needs a little bit more. Just kind of eyeball it. Pinch it again, twist it, and then I'm gonna cut this off. I always leave a little bit of a tail. No, what did I do with my wire? Here we go. And then I just take my floral wire and I tie it off. You can use a pipe cleaner. You can use a zip tie for this. I just always use floral wire. That's just kind of how I learned or taught myself, and fluff it out a little bit. Then with your tail, I dovetail the end. That is taking your ribbon and putting the wired edges together like that. And then I cut up at an angle to give you a pretty dovetail. That one took me a while to learn. I'm not lying. I have messed that up so many times. But anyway, it just kind of gives it a nice finished look. Then what I do is I take my ribbon and I cut the tails. I also eyeball this. I usually try to make them a little bit longer. You can always cut off more at the end. I go ahead and I just cut it in half, or put both of the ends together, fold it in half, wired edges together, and I cut up at an angle to give you those pretty edges. Then I take my ribbon, fold it in half, and then I get the center and I kind of pinch it together and bring both sides up like this. Sorry, up like that. Then I attach it to my bow. And then you have your tails. Just using the floral wire that's already on the bow. And I secure them like that. Okay, secure them like that. Now, I'm going to take my other ribbon. I didn't have enough on that row, so I'm opening up a new, this one, somebody pulled it out to see, I think, the thickness of the ribbon, so I'm just gonna cut that off. I don't wanna have all of the wrinkled stuff. So I'm gonna do the exact same thing. I always like to get my wire out first and have it ready. I just take my ribbon, I pinch it, let me just kind of look. This I usually make a little bit smaller because it's going to go on top of the burlap. It's not really burlap, but it's burlap looking, a natural. And again, I fold it again, just eyeballing, pinching it in the middle, like that. Actually, I don't think I made that any smaller at all, but that's okay, it'll work. Okay, so this is a one-sided ribbon. So you have your pretty side and you have your not so pretty side. So if I just took this like this and made a loop, this is what you would come up with. No, you don't want that. So you want to twist it and make a loop. So now you have your pretty side. Take your fingers again and just eyeball it. That was a little long. I don't want it that long. Eyeball it. So they're kind of the same length. You pinch it and you twist it to give you that pretty side. Okay, so that's about even. like I said, I thought that, oh, so at the end, I always make a tail, twist it, and then you just cut it off like that. So I'm gonna take my floral wire and secure the bow. I'm gonna do the exact same thing with the tails, just cut some ribbon, add it to this, and then I'm gonna attach it to the burlap ribbon. Well, first I'll take the tail, wire edges together, just like that. Okay, so I have my ribbon. Make my tails. Dovetailed. Then I pinch it in the middle, bringing both pretty sides forward, and now it's time to attach it to, let me think about this. I want it like that, but I think I'm gonna make this tail go this way. So just using the existing floral wire already in there. Just use it and you twist it to secure it. Okay, I'm not too worried about fluffing it out right now because we're just gonna be attaching it and then attaching to the wreath. So once it's on the wreath, I will. So I take both of my floral wires that are on the back of my bow, and I attach it to the middle of my first bow. Attaching it. There we go. Now sometimes it takes me a second to figure out what's top and what's bottom. Okay, so this is what we have so far. I really tried to make the second bow. Should have maybe brought my glasses up here so I could see it a little bit better. There we go. Then what I do is I take my wires and I just make the wires even. So then I can put it through the grapevine or even the evergreen. Let me think about this for a second. So I put that one on the bottom, that one's on the top. Okay, and then that makes it a little bit easier when you make them even to get it through your wreath. So I'm gonna put this on the bottom. I'll decide later if I want to attach or add another bow someplace else. And like I said, with his little bow tie, I might add some different ribbon to it. Yeah. Do is actually put it on the table, make it a little bit easier. To get it through the grapevine. It was getting a phone call.
I have no idea who that was.
Don't know why I always have the worst time attaching my signs.
I feel like my eyes are gonna fall out of my head from looking at this. So
Well, why don't you take a little break? Huh?
If I just close my eyes.
Well, this is just so easy. Okay, I finally got it. There we go. So then all you have to do is just take your wire on the back of your wreath and just twist them.
Fun fact, adults of divorced parents are more likely to suffer health problems.
Oh. Adults of divorced parents? Oh, okay.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
That sounds made up.
Okay. So now we have our bow attached to our wreath. And you just kind of get your tails down and fluff a little bit. You don't have to worry about fluffing a whole lot right now because you are going to be,
Sorry.
it's okay, babe. You are going to be going back through and adding more ingredients. So you don't have to get crazy with your loop. I should have made a little bit smaller, but it's okay. Oh, and this goes down here. Okay. So now I have more greenery. This one is kind of a boxwoody. I always say boxwood, and other people say eucalyptus. I don't know. I'm thinking it's boxwood, but it's glittery, and I got it in the Christmas section. So I'm just gonna cut. Again, this is a bush that you can take and cut up, and then you're kind of saving money and on a budget, and you're not using as much. And just a little bit of this goes a long way. I actually made a wreath last night, a big, huge wreath, and ended up, I think, only using about, well, maybe I did use 2 for it. But if you didn't cut it up, you would have just big clumps everywhere. So that's why I like to take this and cut it up. And then it can go all throughout your wreath, and it fills it out very nicely. And the thing is, we're using such a small wreath base that it really will. So we already have so much greenery already in it that it might not take very much. So I think I got this whole thing for $2.99, and that will fill out a lot of this wreath. And then really after that, you all, I just basically have some berries. Like I said, I'm kind of keeping it simple. The last wreath I made when I was doing a video, that was really it was peppermint, and it was really sparkly and bright and things. But this Christmas, I don't know, I'm liking the more natural items, the pine cones, berries, things like that. I don't know,
I like
kind of
that style.
Like that style.
A lot.
More like a farmhouse style,
More
traditional, natural. So I'm just gonna take this boxwood. I'm calling boxwood, not really sure, but that's what I think it is. Sparkly boxwood, and adding it to the wreath. See, like I said, that just gives it so much more texture, the different colors of green. I just absolutely love that. This is like one of my favorite things that I found this year. I should have maybe went and bought as many as I could. Okay. Again, placing it all the same direction because you want it to, I don't know, like I said, you don't want a little here, a little there, and all over the place. You want it just to go the same direction. Okay, there's one little. And also making sure that you get it into the wreath really well. I think I have some stuff on my elbow.
Oh man, I can't spell. Sometimes when I type definitely, I type in defiantly.
I never can get the word definitely.
You
You have spell check on that, don't you?
Yeah, but
I cut myself.
it's not the best spell check. Words that don't even seem like words pop up on here.
Oh, okay. Telling you what, since we've had our cell phones and things like that, I don't have to spell too much anymore. But yeah, that's definitely a word that I have a hard time with.
That and vacuum.
And vacuum. But
I can never remember how to spell
vacuum is spelled 2 different ways.
It is?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, Google it. Yeah, there's 2 different kinds of vacuums.
Is
Now,
this
I
new?
hope I'm not going to look like a goofball that I just said that, but yes, I'm pretty sure. There's one with 2 C's and one with 2 U's.
What? Let's see.
I hope I'm right, because I really don't want to have to try to edit this video. I tried to edit my last
No,
one. I haven't.
It's just popping up a bunch of vacuum sharks and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Vacuum spelling, okay.
Yeah. It's like, please tell me I might know what I'm talking about here. Sorry, y'all. I'm getting right in your way.
Let's see. I'm seeing the 2U.
Okay, so I was wrong.
Oh, well, it says vacuum, vacuum, or vacuum, which is right.
So which vacuum? Is there one with 2 C's?
So, yeah, but it says vacuum with 2 C's and vacuum with an E at the end, which I've never heard. Are misspellings of the word vacuum. V-A-C-U-U-M.
Is the right one?
Yes.
Okay, guys. Sorry, I was an absolute goofball on that one. I don't know why I thought that. I truly did think that.
Well, it's just like...
okay, we'll stop talking about vacuums.
Like favorite and favorite. Like... Okay, watch.
What?
Okay, hold on.
So there's 2
like
favorites.
like color and color. There's like 2...
Oh, gray and gray?
No.
Well...
Okay, look. Okay, favorite. F-A-V-O-R-I-T-E. And then there's favorite. F-A-V-O-U-R-I-T-E.
Oh,
Favorite
okay.
and favorite. It's the
Gotcha.
same thing, I guess. We should stop talking before everyone...
It's like, y'all are dummies.
Huh.
Okay. Take this longer one. Guys, I'm going to go in front of you really quick. I'm really kind of liking that bow in there. I need to straighten it up, of course. Okay. Of course, those famous hot glue strings that I always have. You know what? Actually did bring up some of my hot glue sticks tonight. Okay, I'm loving that. Down here. I think I need some more up there. I need to put some in the middle too. So. In there, and then I think I got all my pieces, so I need to cut some more. Hot glue everywhere. Everywhere. Oh, goodness gracious. Sorry, you all. heard tips on how to keep the hot glue strings. I've heard of a hair dryer. It's like, how to use a hair dryer. Maybe I need to Google that.
Wouldn't that just melt it?
I don't know. I think I would have to have a stain. Well, no, yeah. So
You
it
know?
would. Honestly, I have no idea. Of course, I get on my finger. Okay. Some up here. That.
I think I've been doing this too long, Mom.
Why don't you take a little break and hang out with me for a minute?
It's like I got home. What time did I get home?
You beat me home today.
So I think I got there at like 5 after. And then I've been doing this ever since.
Yeah, why don't you take a little break?
How many hours is that? My eyeballs might pop out.
Okay, so I did get into the second one. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I think that looks up here. And what's more over here? It's kind of. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and stop on that just so you all get the idea on how to add more greenery to your wreath. So I do have these, not sure, I'm gonna just kind of cut one off and see. And then I have these berries that I thought about using. Again, like I said, this year I'm just loving the natural, airy, more greenery. Not a lot of glitz. Well, that's easier said than done. The same thing with these berries that I found. I've been buying these for years. I don't like to use the whole thing. I just like to cut them up. So I take about 2 at a time. I can get 2, 4, wait a minute, 1, 2. I can get 3 different picks out of one, cutting it up. So just kind of bend it back, cut, and then cut again. So the last one does have 3 versus the 2, but that's okay. So I just put it in my hot glue and start adding. Again, like I've said several times, just going in the same direction. And that just kind of gives it a little pop of color. I don't know if I'm gonna add these white ones. That might be just too much. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna add those. I think that's too much. I think I'm just gonna stick with this. And then I think after I'm gonna put a couple of these in, then add some of the pine cones. And then after that, I think we're about done. And this just makes such a simple, cute, budget-friendly wreath. And you can actually keep this. This doesn't have to be a Christmas wreath. I keep saying Christmas, but it doesn't have to be Christmas. With it being a snowman, you can keep this up all winter long. There's nothing really Christmas about this. Because it's just, you know, the evergreens, they're covered in glittery snow. So you can keep this up all winter long. I know sometimes I have a hard time figuring out what I want. Oh my goodness, I just have hot glue literally all over me. Emma, you've got to be my hot glue string police. My goodness gracious.
A whole lot.
They're everywhere. Okay, sorry about that. But sometimes I have a hard time trying to figure out what to put on my door after Christmas is over. One year I made my grandmother a wreath, a grapevine wreath, and basically all she wanted was just greenery and pine cones. I mean, I filled that thing full, and it was so pretty. But it's hard kind of coming up with ideas. You're taking down all your lights. It's not as pretty anymore. So, but I think this would make a really great winter wreath. Again, another whole stem. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut them up, making 3. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna get one behind his hat. I'm having a hard time getting this glue. So behind his hat. That. There we go. Okay. Some on this side. Sorry, you all. Here we go. Maybe one down here, one up here. Oops. There we go. Well, y'all, I don't know how to stop. I'm just gonna add. Just go ahead and take the 3rd one and add more. I like simple, but I like a whole lot too. You okay over there?
Yes.
Taking a break?
Me and Shay are having a convo. Yeah, actually I'm done.
Okay, good, great.
I'm done. I was gonna try to get a little bit more done. But I think I've been on this for like 5 hours on and off today.
Yeah. Okay, so we have that there. I think I really can't see him. You know what? Change my mind. Do that often. Actually, I'm not going to change my mind because it's in there really good. So he's going to stay. I feel like you can't see him really well. I was going to move it, but I think I'll just, since it's in there so well, I'm just going to keep it. Okay, so I'm thinking one up here and one down here. And actually I have more berries downstairs, but I think that actually I just have one left. So we'll go with this one left. And I think I'm gonna go up there with it. And then I think I'm just gonna place some pine cones, and I think I'm gonna call this one done. So we took a 12-inch grapevine wreath. Nope, don't like that there. A 12-inch grapevine wreath. And by adding all of these ingredients, it's really made it a good, big, full wreath. Okay, there we go. Okay, the last time I did a video with Emma, she told us a joke. You have anything for us tonight?
Yes. What kind of music do mummies listen to?
What kind of music do mummies listen to? What?
Rap. I actually got that one today because Joan told me. And
You actually got that one today.
I always guess the craziest ones. Like, whatever I guess makes no sense at all.
Yeah.
But today I just said rap and she said, yeah, you're right. And I was like, really? Yeah, I always have jokes though. Here.
Thank you. In my hair everywhere. Do you
Oh,
think
that's so cute.
do you like that, or do you think
Yeah.
it's too much?
Not at all. It's really simple, actually. I don't think it's too much at all.
Okay, so now I'm going to add the white. I wasn't going to, but now I am, because I didn't bring up enough, and I feel like I need something down here. So I'm going to add a couple of these, and then we're going to stop.
Did you make the bow?
I did.
I missed everything because I was
Doing homework.
I was doing homework, so I wasn't ignoring you, but I wasn't listening to you.
And, oh, I just lost a little berry. And when I add things like this that are really kind of bright, sometimes I push some of the other, like, existing ingredients in front of it. What do you think about that, Emma?
It looks good. I like the white.
Okay. Okay, so just a couple of these. Trying to hurry up so I don't keep you too long. Okay. Up here. There we go. Again, adding these. There we go. The same direction. Yesterday I made a wreath for somebody I actually work with. It was an order, and I'm thinking about maybe doing a video on that, just because I haven't done a deco mesh wreath, and it is a large one. I'll show it to you. And I think I'm going to do one more up there, and then I'm going to be done with these, and then I'm going to look and see about the pine cones. Sorry, I'm in front of you. So that just gives it, I'm glad you kind of said that. That does kind of make it look cute. I do kind of like that.
That's cute.
Okay, so then we have these pine cones. Let's put a couple up. And just see, actually we only have 4, so.
Did it come with a bow on the Snowman too, or did you make that with
No, it came with this. I was thinking about maybe taking all of this off and maybe making my own. You know what? I kind of like it. I think it's kind of cute. I don't think it's bad at all.
No, I think it's cute.
So I might just leave that. So, pine cones.
Yes.
We'll add these now. And after this, guys, we're done.
Sorry I didn't help you cut anything.
It's okay. I think your homework's definitely more important. So get that in there. And then I have 2 smaller ones. And you know what, once I get this, once we stop this video, I'll look at it again and see what maybe I need to add. But this just kind of gives you an idea of how to do a really simple Christmas/winter wreath with this really cute snowman. So just a couple of pine cones. That.
He You look like a cobweb.
I look like a cobweb. Sorry, you all, I've been a cobweb.
They can't see it.
It's like, no, I can see it when I look up. I can see
Really?
it, yeah. It's like, 'tis the season.
I think it's just this angle.
It's like Thursday. Am I totally covered?
Yeah.
Thursday is Halloween.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've got to figure out a
That's one thing.
Ninja Turtle outfit for work.
Oh, that's one thing. You're a Ninja Turtle for work.
Yes.
She's 23. But her whole group's gonna decorate or dress up as
We're all
as
gonna be
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
But at our house, we've lived here 6 years. We have never had one single trick-or-treater. So anyway, we're kind of quiet around here. Well, guys, this is it. I think that's all I'm gonna do. Like I said, keep it simple. I am gonna go back through and fluff out the bow. But there you go, you all. There you have it. I just think it is really cute, very simple, perfect for winter, for Christmas, a gift. That'd be cute for a teacher gift. And then you all also, I was thinking about maybe doing a deco mesh wreath with you all. So this is just an idea of what I did last night. And I thought about coming on soon and maybe doing one of these. Now that might be a 2-part video because these take a little bit. But stay tuned, maybe we'll have one of these soon. So guys, thank you all so much. If you all wouldn't mind subscribing, if you like this, to my YouTube channel. I think this is the second whole video. And or you can check me out on Instagram and Facebook at You Make My Heart Sing Designs. This one is going to be available for sale. I might tweak it a little bit. I've really enjoyed being here with you guys and being here with Miss Emma while she was doing her homework. Thank you all so much. Everybody have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.